Welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. Whether you're watching us live at sktrading.live or listening on your favorite podcast platform, we've got you covered. Subscribe, join the community, and get ready to dive into real talk and real market insights. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, I'm Stephen Kalayjian, and welcome to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Wow, we had an unbelievable day here today. The CPI number came out. The S&P futures early in the morning pushed as high as the 75, I believe, 75 and a half, and it got absolutely cabooshed. There was some news during the day about the tariffs with China and everything. S&P futures traded all the way down to the 6,000, I think, 06 level. And closing here at 6,029 low roughly. NASDAQ closed down 71, less than 0.3%. Russell down 0.4%. The Dow flat. S&P's down again, down 0.2% here. 0.2%. Sorry. Gold exploded up 25. Again, the markets here are very overbought. When the S&Ps were trading 60.75 this morning, we were about 145, 150 points above the 10-bar weighted moving average. Normally, the standard deviation's 50, 5 on the spiders, 50 on the S&Ps. Netflix bucked the trend here today. Really great patterns. Netflix reversing the buy on the 60-minute time frame. MACD's from below the pivot. And then you buy the first pullback on the 15. Call some really great shorts there, waiting for the pullback. Great shorts on the 15-minute time frame on the spiders, Qs, diamonds, of Russell, with the MACDs non-confirming the highs. I think they're around 130. So the 15-minute time frame seemed to be setting up now between the 115 and 130 in the last week and a half. And I'll show you the pattern here today. The Qs reversed to sell, and the spiders reversed to sell on the 30-minute time frames around 2 o'clock. What do you look to do? You throw a dart at 250. What a beautiful bear flag. Spiders, Qs, absolutely caboose. S&Ps were trading 35 and a half, traded down 28 points on the S&P futures. Monster pattern there. We had sell reversals on Coinbase on the 30 and 15. Same thing with MSTR. Bucking the trend here was HIMS, reversing the buy on the 30-minute time frame. We'll see where that goes tomorrow here. Tomorrow we have the PPI number, and I'll get to that in the second segment. Meta hit a high of 708, dropped $15 off the high. Big sell divergences there on Meta. The really great pattern again. The 15s reversed to sell. The ADXs are rising. I'm going to show you Meta as well. Another great pattern. NVIDIA reversed to sell on the 15-minute time frame. The three strongest stocks on the board today, phenomenal. OKLO, monster pullback on the 15. That ran about $4. Netflix on the pullback, that ran about $4. And then AVGO really bucking the trend here. AVGO was trading below the, AVGO had two longs off the 15-minute time frame. The first one was below the 248.60, and that ran about $4. And I said above 254, I let them have them because I saw nothing but sell divergences on the 15-minute time frame on the ETFs, the spiders and the S&P, and on the diamonds and on the Russell and the Qs. So at that time period, around 115, 130. And I saw AVGO making new highs, and I saw the big sell divergence. I said, I'd let them have them. Boom. S&P futures, again, down 13 here on the day, 12.5, 13, rallied sharply. This seems like the market wants to do whatever it can to get, not break the 6,000. But we will, because those gaps will get filled. What else here? Like I said, gold up 25. What else here? NVIDIA, AVGO bucking the trend, OKLO bucking the trend, really strong here. OKLO. I'll show you these great patterns. So here it is on OKLO. Let me just show you here. Let me bring up OKLO. Now this is going to be a great pattern eventually when the stock oh wow, it's getting hit after hours here. Is that right? 63. Yep, gotten cabooshed here. So this was the pullback here on the 15-minute time frame right here, OKLO. This was the first pullback right here on the 15. Now we had a bunch of scalp shorts here along the way here. Look at this beautiful bull flag here, 15-minute time frame oversold. You can see this pattern here, and then the 30-minute time frame. Look at this beautiful MACD positive, rising ADX, beautiful buying pressure. Look at this beautiful oversold. Look at this pattern here, OKLO. You can't ask for a more perfect pattern here on OKLO. And then the stock gets down to the 64.16, and then it rallies. Look at this, 60 rallies about more than $4. Pulls in again here on the 15, and you can see the push up. Look at the 30-minute time, the 60-minute time frame. 60-minute time frame, MACD positive, rising ADX, monster buying pressure. So this 15-minute pullback was an absolute Picasso here. All right. And I have to tell you that when you see a pattern like this, all right, it really, 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 is a monster long, oversold, okay, into the positive MACDs, 15, 30, and 60. ADXs are rising, 15, 30, and 60. Monster buying pressure, 25, 30, 40. OKLO, just throw a dart. Monster long there. Monster long on OKLO. All right. Also, I want to show you Apple. What a great pattern in Apple. Apple reverses to sell on the 30-minute time frame. This is one of my most powerful strategies here. When Apple reversed to sell on the 30-minute time frame, okay, it correlated with this 15 and the 60-minute time frame. So basically, what you want to do is look at this beautiful monster bear flag. We were shorting this. Look at this. This is a Picasso right here, right? Look at this, above 201. Look at this, right? It got high as 201.24. Never look back. Look at this, almost down $3 here in Apple. And then look at this pattern, right? Look at this pattern right here. 5-minute time frame. Right here, reverses to sell, the double red. The 5-minute reverses to sell. It correlates with the 15, the 30, and the 60. What do you look to do? You short the first bounce on the 5-minute, 119.60, kabooshed. Look at Apple, all the way down more than $1 right there. These are great, great patterns. Apple, OKLO. You can't beat these patterns here. These are phenomenal patterns. Apple, OKLO. Let me show you AVGO, AVGO. Reverses to buy on the 30-minute right here. Right here, the 30-minute and the 60-minute time frame. AVGO right here. You see this? Look at this. AVGO. What do you look to do? You buy the first pullback on the 5-minute time frame, and I'll show you. I missed it, I think, by about 4 cents right here. This is the first pullback on the 5 right here. I think this was it right here. Yep, this was it right here. 11. Is this the one? I think this is the one right here. Yep, I was 259.50. The low was 250. 249.50. The low was 249.56. And look at it right there. Boom. Look at this. A push up. More than, look at that, $3. Then the second pullback right here with the MACD negative. It's not going to make a new high. So what happens? Boom, it rallies here, 250.50, and rallies about $1.60 right there. And then if you see the pullback on the 15-minute time frame, which the 5 went negative, this is the first pullback on the 15. Look at this pullback on the 15, right into the 10 bar, 249.40, 249.55. And look at this beautiful pattern right here. Right here. Is this it? Nope. Not it. It's right. Where is it? It's back here. I think it's right here. 249.55, and then up and away. Now again, the ADXs were not rising. Okay, the ADXs were not rising on that. Okay, and you can see the beautiful pattern on the on AVGO here. Then we got another pullback at the end of the day, right here on the 15. And you can see here the push down, everything lined up here at 230. Again, on the real big push down below the 250.68, and then AVGO rallied another $2 at the end of the day. So basically, AVGO, OKLO, and I'll show you Netflix here. This is a really Netflix reverses to buy on the 60-minute time frame right here. It correlates now. You have a positive trend on Netflix because the 30 and the 15 were already bullish. What do? I mean, caught a couple of nice shorts up here on Netflix, looking for the pullback. Got this really great pullback here, 215, 230, right here around. I said to look to buy between I think I said between the 14 and 18 range or 14, 19 range. I'd be scaling in, and then the push up here. Look at it, ran about $8. Now, when you see the negative MACD like this, it's going to be very hard to make new highs on the intraday session. So, but it's still, I mean, if you bought 17s, you bought 15s, you bought 17 and a halves, you bought 15 and a halves, average price 16 and a half, and look what Netflix did. So this strategy is the first pullback on the 15-minute time frame after the 60-minute time frame reverse to buy. Really great pattern right there. Meta hit a high today. You can see Meta reversing to sell right here on the 15-minute time frame. Let's look at the 30. The 60 is still bullish, but look at this pattern here on the new high. Look at this pattern. I came in, I look at all my big time frames on all the same names, right? And you can see the push up here, 708.87. I mean, where is this thing going with this negative MACD on the 60-minute time frame? Also, the 30-minute, where is this going? You're making new highs, but the MACDs are not going to confirm the high. If you draw your horizontal line right here, you can see it. But pushing up on price into a negative MACD on the 60-minute time frame is an absolute no. This can't happen. This is insane. Look at this. Look at the sell divergence here. So you have a sell divergence in a positive trend. This is an absolute Picasso. I'm just telling you right now. Okay. So again, now let me show you another great pattern here. The spiders reverse to sell on the 15-minute time frame. So I caught this long here, rallies up. Okay, beautiful short right here. Okay, what time was that? That was the 250 pattern, right? So the 15-minute time frame reverses to sell at 215. The 30-minute time frame reverses to sell right here at 230, right? So now what you have here, you have the 30-minute and the 15-minute time frame reverse to sell. You have what's called a sell disconnect, right? MACDs are negative on the 30-minute. MACDs are negative on the 60-minute, okay? Even though the 60-minute time frames are positive, right? What do you look to do? You have the big MACDs negative like that on the 30-minute time frames right here. And then what do you look to do? You short the first bounce on the 5-minute time frame. Look at this Picasso. Look at this monster bear flag. Right in, I kept on shorting in and out. Finally, right into the 10 bar. S&Ps were trading 60, 35 and a half. Look at the high here, 602.16. Look at that, kabooshed, over 22 points on the S&P futures. A monster pattern. Monster pattern. At 250, you could have just thrown a dart. The Qs, the Russell, okay, identical patterns. Microsoft, Apple, beautiful patterns. I mean, the ones that really got kabooshed were the index futures, okay? So, again, the names that were really strong today, AVGO, OKLO, obviously, and then you had Netflix here, the ones that we look at each and every day here. Russell, Now, the one thing for tomorrow, and I'll get into the tomorrow first in the next segment here, but there was some really great patterns also in Palantir here today, pushing up to new highs, and the MACDs, the non-confirmed these highs off the 15-minute time frame. You can see here the MACD's pushing up here. I mean, the price was pushing up. First of all, on the push down here this morning at right after the opening at 10 o'clock, what to get down to 132.99. You can see here the 15 and the 30-minute time frames. Let me see this right here, right? That's 12 o'clock. That's 6:10. It's right here. 10 o'clock. Even on the push down, the MACDs were positive. And this is the push up right after the opening, right here, 9:45, 136.21. It dropped about 270. The MACDs did not confirm the high. And then you got a little bit of oversold condition on the 15, but then you got this really beautiful oversold, deep with the oversold condition. I think I called the long here. 137, 130. What I say? I think it was like one. What I say? I think I said like 135.10 or 20 to 136.20, and then you can see what Palantir did right here, and it rallied about almost more than $2. And then when you made the new high here, you can see the new high, right? You see that the MACDs did not confirm. And then we got the absolute big caboose. Now, believe it or not, though, even with the market dropping off the highs, Palantir is still not negative on the 15-minute time frame. I want to show you the QQQs or the spiders. Let me just go back to the spiders really quick on why I called this really great short. Okay, when I saw the overbought conditions on the 15-minute time frame. Not only was that, if you see this. Well, to be honest with you, look at this beautiful short here. Look at it before everything got cabooshed. Overbought into this negative MACD on the 15-minute time frame. This is an absolute caboose, right? This is what you want. You want the overbought condition into the negative MACDs. I mean, this is look at this beautiful bear flag. I mean, the spiders were trading 604.43, and look at this. Cabooshed. You're talking over 40 handles here. 50 handles off the high on the S&P. And that's a pretty damn good move, big move here. Look at the QQQs here. Monster short. Again, overbought into the negative MACDs. Everything, look at this, 130 period. Beautiful short. And then if you look here, you can see that when we were making new highs on the Qs, look at the 60-minute time frame, the 60-minute. Okay, the MACDs could not confirm the highs, still could not confirm the highs. So this was a magnificent short above the 536.60 on the QQQs, all right? So again, these are the patterns that we looked at all day. Microsoft had a really great long here at the end of the day. The 30-minute and the 60-minute time frames are still bullish. And then you can see here, and then what do you look to do when Microsoft reverses to sell on the 15-minute time frame? You take the long. We actually caught this beautiful long right here on Microsoft. This is the first pullback on Microsoft after the 15 reversed to buy, correlating with the 30 and the 60-minute time frame. Look at this beautiful, right into the 10 bar, 471.24. Look at that, boom. Look at that. That's almost $4. We called that long at around 12:15, 12 o'clock on Microsoft. That was a magnificent long pattern. And if you look at the spiders, that was the same time that the spiders, everything, look at this, got oversold here, 12:15. Look at that. And then they ripped, and then they set the bear flag up into the negative MACD. So basically, what we had today, we had on the 15, 1 long, 2 short, 3 long. So we had 3 great patterns off the 15-minute time frame. All right. When I get back, I will tell you what I expect for tomorrow. Tomorrow, we have the PPI number coming out at 8:30. I don't know. There's really no difference between the PPI and the CP. Oh, there is a difference, but I'm saying I think the way the market's reacting here right now, I just think the market is way overbought here. S&P futures this morning shut up to 60.75 and a half at 8:30, and then they dropped. Gold, I think gold is turning back up on the daily charts and the GLDs. But the one thing I will tell you is that is that it's really important to really see the patterns. And so many people said to me today, Steve, I'm really seeing the patterns. I'm really seeing the patterns. And tonight I'm holding a webinar for all my beginners who have joined with me tonight at 7 p.m. And I am going live. When am I going live? Friday at 1 o'clock. I'm going to do an Instagram live. So if you're here, please be please try to watch me. I'll be advertising that out. But for tomorrow, these 60-minute time frames are still bullish, and they look like they're going to turn up. But with the negative MACDs on the 30-minute time frames, and the indicator 4 is negative on the 15 and the 30, I say any rallies, I'm looking for shorts. And if the 60-minute time frames take out, if the spiders take out 598.92 and the Qs take out 529.81, look out below. I'll tell you now, the 60s will reverse to sell. Then we look to short the first bounce on the 5-minute and the monster short on the 15. If those numbers take out 598.92 on the spiders, 529.81 on the QQQs on the 60-minute time frame. That would equate to 598.92. You're talking 15 handles from here. S&Ps would need to close below the 60-10 level in order for that to happen. Okay. All right. When I come back, I want to give you a little warning about social media regarding me. So please stay tuned and listen up. So, I have a social media team and they're phenomenal. I can't thank them enough. But I just want to be clear. I do not DM anybody. And I don't want to see anybody getting hurt. I don't want to see anybody, I don't Discord anybody. I do give out my phone number for a reason because it comes from me. People say, you really give out your phone number? Yes, I do. Okay, yes, I do. But I want you to be clear that the DMs that people are getting, every day people copy my face, they post it here, they post it there, they try to scam people. It's not the thing that I do. I don't want anyone getting hurt. So please be cognizant of any discords, any action from a Discord ad from me, or any way that you think you're talking to me. A friend of mine texted me last night. He's been having a conversation. He says, Steve, I've been having a conversation. Are you crazy? It ain't me. So I said to him, you have my personal cell phone number. Why would I reach out to you on Discord? So anyway, with that being said, I just want everyone to be alerted that I don't want you to think that I'm reaching out to you on Discord or any fake Instagrams or Facebooks or TikTok and anybody trying to relay to you. I give out my phone number for a reason, to prevent all that. Okay, so please, I don't want to see anybody hurt. Okay, all right. Thank you for joining me tonight on the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly. Please hit the subscribe button. Please leave a comment. Thank you for joining me each and every night here. Please join my community of traders from all around the world at sktrading.live. All right. If you want to follow me on social media, again, I told you be careful. Okay. At official Stephen Kalayjian on X, Instagram, and on TikTok. Also, I have my LinkedIn as well at Stephen Kalayjian. Okay. Also, if you want to text me, you could text me and ask me a question or ask me to call you. My number is 914-500-7484. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful night. It's beautiful here in Jupiter, Florida. I'm going out, but I got to get back here by 6:45 to do a webinar for all my beginners, all my people who have joined me for the week. I'm really looking forward to seeing them and meeting them. 100 seats capacity, and I think it's almost filled. So I'll be back around 7. But anyway, have a wonderful night. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Be well.
Thanks for tuning in to the Bull, the Bear, and the Ugly podcast, your no-nonsense guide to the markets. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to subscribe at sktrading.live or on your favorite podcast platform. We'd love for you to rate, review, and join our community for more real talk and market insights. Until next time, keep trading and stay sharp.